Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Northern Ohio Golden Broncos Team Builder Dynasty here on College Football 25. We've got another massive doubleheader for you today. I think against Toledo and I want to say Bowling Green, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it might be. There's a good chance it's Bowling Green. I think it is, but I don't know for sure. In the last episode, we completely just decimated both Buffalo and the other team in the MAC that we played. I forget, I'm blanking on a lot of different things today. Whoever we played in the doubleheader last episode, I know it was MAC teams. We started MAC play, conference play last episode, or continued it last episode. And we also started our season-long road trip that we have to go on, where we have no more home games the rest of the year. The first, I want to say 5 games of the season, we were at home. We had them all in a row, and now we have no more home games the rest of the year, so recruiting's a challenge. Just general wear and tear is a challenge because we have to keep flying across the country everywhere. Or I guess not flying, driving across the country to different MAC schools. It's a little bit of a challenge. I do think that after this season, pretty much regardless of what happens, if we win the conference or not, we do move. It depends on, I guess, if we win the conference, we move to a better conference. If we lose in the conference championship, we probably still leave, but we leave to a not as big, but bigger than the MAC type of conference, if you know what I mean. So either way, we're most likely leaving the MAC after this year. Excuse me. Had a massive cough there. Either way, we're leaving the MAC because we're just simply too good for the MAC now. We've had 2 years of growth. We have, a year and a half of growth. We are simply too good for the MAC conference. So we're probably going to be leaving. We are the number 11 ranked team in the nation, still undefeated, trying to just go on cruise control until we play Georgia, because that is going to end up being a massive game. That'll decide whether we are undefeated or if we have one loss going into the conference championship game, because I doubt we lose to any MAC teams. I mean, knock on wood, I guess, but I doubt we lose to any MAC teams along the way. But we have a game against Georgia, the second to last game of the season, and I think I'm going to dedicate its own episode to that game because it's just that massive of a game. We have to go down to Georgia to play a top 5 team in the country, or at least they are top 5 at the moment. I don't know what they will be when we get there in a couple of weeks. It's going to be a massive game. Whether they're a top 5 team or not, they're still Georgia at the end of the day. So that is going to be a crazy game. And no, I didn't schedule it that way. That's just the way that the scheduling glitch gave our schedule. So we've been through it, but we are 7-0. We're taking on Toledo in the first game of the episode. It's another MAC school. It should be another easy one. If you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get into it. Here we are at week number 10 of the college football season here in year number 2. Number 11 team in the country, as I mentioned, taking on Toledo. This is what our schedule looks like. Are we playing Bowling Green? Is that who it is? It is. I thought it was Bowling Green. That's an 11:30 a.m. kick. That's kind of crazy. Then we have a 9 p.m. kick in the next episode. So what we're probably going to do is for the next 3 episodes, we're probably going to have 1 game per episode. And I know that sounds kind of stupid, but I kind of want the Georgia game to be its own game, just like stand alone by itself. And it's kind of stupid that we have to do it like that because they sandwiched 2 MAC teams in between this game. I wish if they were just going to do it, just put it at the final game of the season, but that's not the way that it has. So we have this doubleheader, which we're going to do today, Toledo and Bowling Green. Then we have a game against Western Michigan, then a game against Georgia, then a game against Ball State. I could do like a weird where I play the doubleheader of Western Michigan and Ball State in the same video and then do Georgia in its own. But that would be weird because then you would know the result of any of the games. Because if you would know the result of the Western Michigan game when we play Georgia, and then you would know the result of the Georgia game and the Western Michigan game by the time you play Ball State. So it wouldn't really work. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So it looks like I'm going to have to do, unless we do, I could do Toledo's game as a standalone game. Then next episode, we do a doubleheader with Bowling Green and Western Michigan. And then we get the Georgia game by itself and the Ball State game by itself. That might be a little bit better. Because that way, then we don't have 3 one-game per video episodes. We have 1, and then a doubleheader, then a 1 and a 1. So there's a little bit of a breakup in there. Maybe that's what we do. So maybe we make this episode... Excuse me, my throat is giving me some problems today. Maybe we make this episode the one-game episode where we just take on Toledo. That sounds a little bit better, because that way then we can get the doubleheader between Bowling Green and Western Michigan out of the way, and then we have that standalone video with Georgia. It just seems most appropriate, because this is the first big team we've played all series, and it seems like that is fitting of a solo episode, of just its own, it gets its own spotlight, I guess. The college football playoff bracket, are we a part of it? We are, as a 3 seed right now. If we stay that way, we would have to end up playing either Oregon or Texas Tech, but obviously there's still a lot of games to be played that can change, including what happens to us. We can obviously lose some games that we shouldn't lose to. As far as recruiting's going, we are having a solid recruiting season. We brought in a 4-star in Jawan Malden, who was a huge get because he is super good and super athletic. He's got 96 speed at the free safety spot, which is absolutely huge. So that's going to be a very, very massive addition to this team. We've also lost out on Muhammad Oladukin. The only reason I have him on here is the potential of a a decommit. But I don't think that's going to happen because he is from Florida, and his deal breaker is proximity to home. So I think he's just going to stay in Florida and stay committed to the Gators. Or if he does end up decommitting, he would just go to another Florida school. So I have him on here just because, but I doubt that he ever flips. Now, Jamie Moore is a frustrating one because we had him on the Week 8 bye-week visit, but we know that bye-week visits don't do anything, really. But that's the only way I can get visits scheduled because that was the last time we had any chance of scheduling a visit because we don't have any more home games. So we're going to lose out on the 5-star Jamie Moore. We really could have won this commitment if we had home games later on in the season. We could have won this commitment pretty easily, I would think, because he was looking like he was going to come here very, very certainly, but then Clemson comes in last second, takes him pretty much, and he's probably going to commit after this game against Toledo, so that's a little bit frustrating. We are looking pretty good on a couple other players. We have lost out on a couple of these running backs, or a couple of these players, because our playing style is a little bit different, and if we go over to our school, our playing style for, whoops, that's not the right thing. Our playing style for, I think it was a physical wide receiver. It is yards per game, receiving yards per game, and I think that's also for running backs as well. Everything except for... Is it everything except for... Okay, no. So it's receiving back, and it's all the wide receiver positions. I have been a little bit more pass-focused the past couple episodes, but apparently I haven't done enough. He is a receiving back. So yeah, it's passing yards that we need to average per game to get back in these recruitments. We might have already lost out on Moses Lunt because Duke has, but they haven't even offered him a scholarship yet. So we could get back in that race if we decide to pass the football and average a little bit more yards. But we're looking okay for some recruitments right now. We're not going to be able to get any big guys because we don't have any other recruitments or we don't have any other visits. That's just the way things go sometimes. It is against Toledo today, and I think I have made the decision that this is going to be a one-game episode so that we can have the doubleheader next episode. I think we just wore those uniforms, didn't we? We haven't worn the blackouts in a while, I don't think. Neither of the whiteout. Let's wear the... Have we worn the blackouts in a little bit? I can't remember, honestly, if we wore the blackouts or not. Let's wear the whiteouts. We'll go all white against Toledo on the road. One game in this episode. It's against Toledo, so it shouldn't be that much of a difficulty, but... You never know what's going to happen, especially now that I'm going to be forced slightly to pass the ball more. So that could cause some concerns, some interceptions, some turnovers, because you know me, I like to throw interceptions. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the game against Toledo. Seems like it's a pretty decently packed house here. They're 4-3, so they're not having the worst season in the world. But obviously they're no Golden Broncos, that's for sure. And here comes Junior Vandeross III, the 5'8" senior receiver, if I could speak. He could be a threat today, but our defense has, for the most part, been pretty consistent, pretty solid. We have been gashed a few times, I will say. We have been gashed by different players, different running backs, different quarterbacks. But for the most part, we've been fairly consistent. We haven't really had too many overarching problems that would end up with like a loss, obviously, because we're undefeated. So at the end of the day, we just have better talent. Even in year number 2, we have better talent than some of these MAC schools. So that could change. We have a lot of seniors on this team, so we could be seeing a lot of that change headed into next season, year number 3. That's a huge hit. Somehow he's able to break the tackle and get the first down, though. I guess I should have brought a blitz. Maybe that would have worked a little bit better. I don't know for sure. They get the first down. Toledo is a run-heavy school, it seems. They have not passed the ball on the first few plays of the game. They could be a run-heavy school. Or maybe they're just establishing the offense. Maybe they want to make us think they're a run-heavy school and then break out a pass. This looks like it could be a pass unless it's a screen. And it's going to be wide open up the middle. Maybe that's not open if I don't bring the blitz, because Jalen Galloway was going to be the guy that would drop back there, I would think. So get back. What are you doing? Jalen Galloway was going to be the guy that would drop back into the middle of the field there, but I brought him on the blitz, so maybe I messed that up. It's hard to say. He could have just got open even with Jalen Galloway in that area. You never know. 2nd and 8. Come on, boys. We need to get some pass rush. Jamelo Harris has had a couple of big episodes. It's been like the past 2 episodes, we've said Jamelo Harris's name a lot. Same kind of thing with Joel Glass, the linebacker. KJ Posey's been a big piece to this team. Jeremiah Buckley, obviously Jalen Galloway. And he's going to be right there. I spoke it into existence. Jalen Galloway drops back into his zone, and he intercepts the Toledo quarterback. That's why he's wearing the number 33. That's why he's 3s. The team captain on defense, the senior, drops back into coverage, intercepts the pass across the middle. I mean, what else can you say? I was talking about Jalen Galloway being a big, important factor the past couple episodes, and he makes his name felt right away, immediately, as Toledo was kind of driving down the field very scarily. Is scarily a word? Very scary. They were looking like they were going to score. But the interception really, really turns the tides. And if we can get our run game going, which is something that we are very known for at this point in the series, and look at Kendrick Mosley. He doesn't have the speed burst. If he had the speed burst, he could have been gone there. Absolutely gone. But the run game is something we have established over the past season and a half. We certainly have become known for it, I would say. Brendan Blankenship, speaking of becoming known for something, Brendan Blankenship has had a tremendous start to the year. A breakout season if I've ever seen one. And he's coming back next year, I think, because he's only like a sophomore. So Brendan Blankenship's got tremendous potential in this team next year. Unfortunately, Caleb Nobles will not be throwing in the football because he is a senior. But Deshaun Wheeler would be throwing him because he'll be a senior next year, unless he leaves, I guess, after this year. I wouldn't think that he would. Leacock, the transfer, gets the first down. Good job. Yeah, we need to start throwing the ball a little bit more consistently because we need to get back in those deal breakers, because that's a 4-star wide receiver, Moses Lunt, that we completely just lost out on because of his deal breaker. We don't have the passing yards. So we need to get back in that. But you guys know that I like to run the football. That's my scheme. It's my game plan. I'm going to go quickly underneath, and it's going to be intercepted because he got bumped. Oh, mama. That is not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not Caleb Noble's fault. That is a bump from receiver to receiver. He ran into Trent McCabe. What do you want me to do? The ball is already out of my hand. The ball is already out of my hand. It's supposed to go right here. It went where it was supposed to go. Leacock just wasn't there because he bumps into Trent McCabe and he can't get there in time. It throws off the timing of his route and it's intercepted. Not my fault. Not Caleb Noble's fault. That is 100% the game's fault for having 2 receivers bump into each other. Unbelievable. And it cost me probably a touchdown on that play, and this running back is going to really bite me today, isn't he? Oh, man. Toledo's going to score first, aren't they? That is such a brutal interception, man. That's such a brutal interception. It's not even my fault. Like, if it was my fault, I could be mad at myself. Or if it was Caleb Noble's fault, I could be mad at Caleb Noble's. It's nobody's fault except for the game. The game just had the receivers run into each other for no reason other than that's just how they have receivers coded. It happens in Madden almost every single play, and it happens in this game more than not. So it's frustrating that EA Sports has that as a feature in the game. And yes, I'm calling it a feature because it happens so much that you would think it was a feature. It is frustrating, but it's just what happens when you're playing a game made by this company. So you got to try to fight through it, and we got to have a better defensive possession here than what we've had so far. That's going to be to the end zone. Catch that. No, he caught it off deflection. I hate it here. He caught it off. I think it hit off his receiver, his teammate's helmet. I'm pretty sure. And he catches it off that deflection, gets the first down. That's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. We bring the blitz. We do get to him. Jamel Harris was in on it. We need to get a sack here. That would really shut down this offense of Toledo. A sack would really change the momentum. Or an interception! An interception by John Trey Russell also does that. John Trey Russell. Interception in the end zone. Quiets this crowd once again. Huge turnover. Oh my God. I need to go back and see that because John Trey, there was a couple of white jerseys in there. John Trey Russell, he's just sitting back here in his little zone. He sees the quarterback, he reads the eyes, turns immediately, and jumps the route. Picks it off because 21 wasn't getting there. James Jr. was not getting there. So John Trey said, I got to do it myself, and I intercept the pass. Huge play by John Trey Russell. We hand the ball off back to our stud running back, Big Dog Mo Turner. And now we try and get the job done here. Underneath. Nice. 3rd and inches. This is probably a Mo Turner run, I would say. I would have to think this is going to work. And it does, and it's going to work for a couple extra yards after. Good job, Mo Turner. And we'll go with a dig return. Does Leacock get open? If he does, it's going to be on the very edge of the play. Can I turn him at the field? Yes, I can. Oh, that's not going to work, though, is it? Playmaker was the right idea. I do believe that Playmaker was the right idea there. But I might have thrown it a second too early, or second too late, I mean. Because that allowed the safety to make that play. And I feel like if I do it... Oh, McCabe dropped it. I don't know if... That's probably for the best, actually, that he drops that. It would have only got us, what, like at 2 yards or something? All right, let's see what we can do. 3rd down and 10. I mean, this has just been a crazy game in terms of... What? I mean, I wasn't going to get the first down there, but I felt like that was an easy catch, and it just went through his arm. What? This game is going crazy today. It goes through his body. That is 100% through his arm. Why is the game killing me today? I mean, we had the interception on the bumped routes, and now we have Samuel Jr., my best receiver overall-wise, just have the ball phase right through his arm, like he's not even there. How is that even a thing? Like, what? He wouldn't have got the first down, but I would have went for it on 4th down. It would have been a manageable 4th down. I don't understand how this is even possible. He's a person. How did he's a physical person? How did this go through his body? Unbelievable. This game continues to shock and horrify me at times, and we will punt it away because I can't give Toledo the ball. I can't count on them making mistakes like interceptions every single time they're down in the red zone. So I got to make them earn it. Oh, my God. We have not played well today in the first half. I will say that much. And a couple of it has been my fault, a little bit. But most of it has been this game just making me work through the gauntlet just to score 3 points. And we haven't even done that yet. It's kind of crazy. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I am glad that we are doing just one game today because we need to give this video game a little bit of a breather because they seem to not be not be on their game today, at least not on Online Dynasty. 3rd and 13 after the failed screen attempt. They're going to go right back to it. You can't let them get this first down. Good job. They went back-to-back screens. That one did work, but it doesn't get them the first down. Bateman brings them down, and they will punt the ball back to us. I'm so thankful that our defense has played so well that to not allow Toledo to have any sort of momentum. Because Toledo really should have at least 7 points, if not 14 points, if we're being totally honest. But the interceptions by the quarterback have kind of screwed them like our turnovers have screwed us. And you know what? They want to call a screen. I can call a screen. Oh, never mind. 2-minute warning. We can't call a screen. Okay. I feel like I mean, I want to take a deep shot, but I don't know if I can trust it at this point. Although I can't trust the underneath stuff either, really. 3rd and 6. Because the underneath stuff is what I've been doing, and the underneath stuff is what gotten us in trouble. So maybe the deeper stuff is what I should trust. I got to step up in this pocket with Caleb Nobles. Just guarantee the first down. Caleb, good job. Gets rolled up out of bounds. But he does get the first down. Good job, Caleb. I've really started to use Caleb Noble's legs because he's very fast. People might forget that. He's the fastest receiver or fastest quarterback on the team. So if you're going to run, at least run with Caleb Nobles. And he's really started to make an impact with his legs this second half of the year. And I might have to do it again, although he looks to be open. Oh, it's out of bounds anyway. I probably threw it a little bit later than I really needed to because I gave him really no option to catch that. It was either going to be out of bounds or nothing, so. Just go underneath. I was hoping Mo Turner would break a tackle there, if we're being honest. I don't want to punt it again, do I? Not really. I'm going to go double post here. I don't really want to punt it away, if I'm being honest. Especially with not a lot of time left on this clock. Get the first down. He's going to get denied. What a tackle. Terrence Weeks was going to have that first down. What a tackle. All right, give cushion a little bit. Interception? Yes, it is! Oh my God, I picked it off. I didn't think I even got that. It's going to be... Who was it? Who picked it off? I didn't even see who. I couldn't read the name on the back or the jersey number. It's hard to see when you're in all white jerseys. Who picked this ball? I wasn't even sure who. Like I was gonna be able to get it. Oh, it's Javaris Lumpkin. Of course, he's kind of like running the route better than the receiver. And you could think that this is pass interference. Like he's up in the business of the wide receiver. He is inside of him basically. That is probably textbook pass interference if we're talking realistic, but we all know that these video games are not realistic whatsoever. That's quite the crazy interception. That gives us at least 3 points. Wow. Okay, Javaris, I see you out here. I mean, you're running that route like you're the receiver. That's kind of crazy. That is kind of crazy that he did just that. Wow. Okay. They want me to take the field goal initially, and that probably is what I should do, but I want to take one shot to the end zone. I know it's only 6 seconds. I actually might have to take something a little bit shorter, and never mind, it didn't get through. So now we do have to take the 58-yarder. I don't think that I can make a 58-yard field goal. Oh, I'm certainly not going to make this. There's absolutely no chance. If I can't make it from, like, 40, I'm not going to make it from 58 with this meter going as crazy as it's going. There's absolutely no way I make this. 0% chance. Yeah, no way. I can't time it. I'm not good. I'm not good at field goals from that distance in this game. I can't time the buttons. I can't do anything. Even if I would have gotten any closer on like the green on the meter, I probably would have misjudged where the arrow was going to go, and the wind would have taken it completely the wrong way. So there was no chance I was going to make that. I probably should have just went for a touchdown again. That probably would have been the smarter idea. But I think for the first time in a long time, it is 0-0 in a MAC game, including us. And that is a little scary. The good news for us is we start the half with the football. So we can do something good in this game. We are just, I mean, it's just getting out of control with this Toledo defense. Maybe I was a little premature in saying we are just miles ahead of every single MAC team, because it seems like this Toledo team is somewhat on our level. At least they're playing like it today. I don't know if we play this game like 10 times, how many times this game is 0-0 at halftime. But at least in the one game that actually we're playing and matters, it is 0-0 at halftime, and we are not looking very confident. Oh, that's a check down. Oh my God, Terrence Weeks came up with the catch. I forgot that was his route. I should have known that was his route, but I completely forgot that was his route. I thought he was going to keep going, and then I realized as I threw it that he's coming back and he's stopping. And I was like, oh crap, I screwed that up. But luckily he somehow caught it. I don't know how he caught it, but he did catch it. And look at Mo Turner go, baby. Nice little screen. We've got 112 yards through the air. That's something. Now we've got Deuce Washington coming in. And it looks like Deuce is going nowhere. Okay. Got a yard. I thought I was going to have a little bit more opening than that. I was wrong. I kind of want to scramble with Caleb Nobles. That was a bad idea. Caleb's got the speed to get away, though. Somehow Caleb made something out of nothing there. I screwed that all up. I wanted to scramble from the moment I snapped it, and I probably shouldn't have just predetermined I was going to scramble there because that kind of hurt me. That was a bad idea. It's a real bad idea. But now I'm going to have to scramble for sure. I got it away. 4th and 5. How have we not scored a touchdown in this game, man? Oh, I can't kick this field goal. Are you kidding me? I'm not Superman. How am I going to make this? There's no way I make this, right? I made it. Wow. I am shocked that I made that. I shocked myself on that one. I cannot believe I made that. All right. So finally we have points on the board. It is 3-0. We lead on the road in Toledo. We took a lot of the third quarter away, so that's nice. But our defense needs to continue to play big. I mean, the defense is really the reason why it was 0-0. At least why Toledo had no points, because they really came up huge in some of those big drives, getting a couple turnovers, forcing some 3-and-outs, doing all kinds of different stuff. So we can thank the defense for that. But now they got to keep playing one more drive because we scored 3 points. So we got to keep holding Toledo from getting anything. This Willie Shaw dude is really starting to dice us up. I don't like it. All right, this is a pass. Oh, I couldn't change my audible. I couldn't hot route. Or not hot route, audible out of it. Get to the quarterback. There we go. He had so much time. I was so worried he was gonna scramble, but I don't think he's that fast. And we forced a 3-and-out on Toledo. That is an absolutely massive drive from the defense. The defense is winning us this game. Because the offense can't do anything, really. Or at least we can do something up until we get like close to the red zone. Then we just kind of crumble for some reason. I don't know why. All right, offense. Let's do this. We have had a rough game. Little bit of a bumpy, rough game. And we haven't really been able to run the football that effectively. Maybe that's the reason why we're struggling. Because I haven't been able to run the football, which has been my main focus of the offense. The main way we get yards recently. And then... oh, that's a crazy throw, an even crazier catch by Brennan Blankenship. My God. What a crazy... the fact that I even threw that is crazy. But now that we've tried to go a little bit more offensive focus in terms of throwing the ball down the field, maybe that's why I'm starting to suck. Because we all know that I suck throwing the football. So maybe that's why the offense is struggling a little bit. Also, Toledo's defense has come to play today. That is for sure. They have really, really asserted themselves as a really good defense against us. The run game has not been there. I mean, Mo Turner's got 20 carries, and he's got under 100 yards. If this is any other MAC team, he's got 20 carries and like 200 yards at this point. That's a drop by Terrence Weeks. I hate Terrence Weeks, man. Why are you dropping all these passes? I understand that was a tough throw or a tough catch because you had a guy like right on your back, but you dropped some passes last episode, I think, right? It was a couple episodes ago, maybe. Oh, and that's just an out of reach. What is going on with Caleb Nobles, man? That's an out of reach throw to Sammy Allen Jr. He was wide open. You just got to step into it and throw. I'm not quite sure what's happening right now. That's a catch and a first down. All right. Leacock is able to deliver the first down, keep this drive going. This has just been a sloppy game. Just a sloppy, ugly game. But finally, when we needed a breakthrough, Mo Turner throws him away and scores the touchdown. Oh, my God. Maurice Turner. He just threw a Derrick Henry-level stiff arm. Says, get off of me. And he scores the touchdown to make it a 9-point game. Hopefully a 10-point game after the extra point. Show me a replay. We might see this replay, but we're seeing another replay after this. Maurice Turner finally gets a broken... Oh my god, that dude got pancaked like crazy. But look at this stiff arm. Just get off of me. Throws him into the end zone and goes in. Maurice Turner. This is why he's my favorite. Watch my man rumble. So first off, just a beautiful open hole for him to run through. And watch this dude get pancaked, by the way. He gets pancaked out of his soul. This dude's career is over. You can't come back from it. You have to retire from football after this pancake. He was coming to tackle, and he just gets blown. Oh, my God. Okay, so that happens. And then Mo Turner gets a beautiful hole. He has one man to beat. I throw out the stiff arm, because I'm like, I'm not going to be able to truck this dude. So the stiff arm comes. He throws him off. Get off of me. And then he runs right into the end zone. I did throw an air truck, because I thought he'd come back and tackle me. So I had to throw an air truck. But Maurice Turner, just with that's the type of run we needed. We needed something to happen to give us some motivation, to give us some sort of drive in this game. And we got it with this right here, this run from the boys. Mo Turner, the run of the year, maybe. Whew. All right, that is exactly the type of offensive drive we needed. Coming off of that 3 and out from Toledo's offense, that is exactly what we needed. And we've started to pick up the pace a little bit here. We got the field goal. We've run a lot of timeout on the second half. And we scored the touchdown as well. Beautiful. Now we need one more defensive drive from this defense. And if we can get another stop here, we can run this game out, because we can just hand the ball off to Mo Turner, Deuce Washington, Kendrick Mosley, all the boys, and we can get out of here. We've also benefited from some very lucky interceptions. This quarterback's thrown 3 interceptions today, and we've benefited from all 3 of them. One was in the end zone, one was to Jalen Galloway in the middle of the field, and then the other one was pass interference that didn't call. So we benefited from some interceptions, that's for sure. But I'll take it, because it works out in my favor. If it didn't go in my favor, I'd be complaining. Trust me. I would be complaining. You guys know this. Get there, Harris. Come on, Jamello. Get off the block, man. You're a senior who can't get off of a Toledo right tackle. What are we doing here? 2nd and 10 after the throwaway from Tucker Gleason. There we go. That's what I'm talking about, Jamello. That's what I'm talking about. He heard the trash talk. He heard me saying you're a bum, Jamello. He took that personally. 3rd and 18 after the sack. Get to him again. Back-to-back, Jamello. Back-to-back, Jamello. Almost. Oh, my God. How is that a first down? He got like 22 yards on that. Maybe even more. That's unbelievable. One-on-one. We can't keep up with a Toledo receiver. Are you kidding me? All right. That's frustrating, but we run it back. Jamello just needs... There's more opportunities for Jamello to get sacks, basically. Okay, I don't know how that was even caught. If I was throwing that, then it would have been dropped incomplete. 2nd down and 9. Get there, Jamello. Come on, Jamello. You got to break through those. You got to get through initial blocking. Don't make me go user Jeremiah Buckley, because I will. Look at Buckley. Jeremiah tripped him, but he doesn't go down. But he's glitched. Somebody tackle him. Oh, my God. It's a free sack. He's glitched. Wait. What just happened? I don't know what just happened. Oh my God, 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 oh my God. Oh, what? Huh? What in the world just happened? Javoris Lunkin gets his 2nd pick of the day. We glitched him. He got glitched. But then I got a 2nd chance at the sack, and I didn't get him. So Jeremiah Buckley gets to the quarterback, tries to trip him up. He jumps over it, but then he gets glitched. And then I missed the tackle here with, is that KJ Posey? No, it's Lockett. I missed the tackle with Lockett, or the sack with Lockett. And then he's just standing here for like 10 seconds. And then I try to get around with Buckley. I finally do, and I try to bring him down. He breaks off the sack again. I don't know what's happening here. And then he finds an open... I thought this was going to be a touchdown. When he threw this pass, Oh my God, my heart sank. I thought he was going to throw a touchdown pass, but then Lumpkin jumps the route and picks it off. I mean, just the craziest sequence you will ever see in the game of College Football 25. Absolute, utter insanity you just witnessed right there. The single craziest play I've ever witnessed. My God, that was absolute wildness. Thank you. It worked in our favor because I would have been crying. I literally probably would have had tears in my eyes if that would have been a touchdown. Just the most insane sequence I've ever seen. I don't know how I didn't bring him down initially on the Jeremiah Buckley sack, and then the second Jeremiah Buckley attempt. How did I not bring him down on that one? All right, Toledo's forced to use their timeouts because the 2-minute warning just arrived. So they're forced to use all their timeouts. If we can get another first down here, it's ball game. Oh, another Toledo defender just got pancaked. We get up really close to the first down marker. This middle of the line is wide open. If we run right through here, it's a first down. Get through, Mo Turner. Oh, he got shut down. Wow, that was pretty impressive. He stood him up. I went right through. I told you what I was going to do. I went right up the middle. And he met me there, and he shut me down. Good on him. And Turner will be able to bounce away for the first down, and that's the ball game. Oh, Mo Turner, that was close. I thought you were going to get shut down there for a second. All right. We will win the football game 10-0. Very ugly. Very, very ugly game. But a win is a win. A win is a win at the end of the day. And it ends in our favor. We stay undefeated, both in the overall record and in conference play. 2 interceptions for Javoris Lumpkin. He was huge. Both of them came on crazy plays because the one was the pass interference that wasn't called. And then the second one was that sequence where the quarterback got glitched. So, and then the run by Mo Turner was just crazy. What a wild game. I'm kind of glad that this is the only game we're doing in today's episode because I don't know if I could play another game. I kind of used all of my luck in this game right here. I don't know if I got to have my luck reset because I don't know if I'm going to be getting calls like that and getting benefits like that in a second game. So we get a big victory. We stay undefeated. Unfortunately, we're probably going to be seeing the loss of Jamie Morey as we simulate this week. He's probably going to commit to Clemson, which is, it's very sad. But there's nothing I can do. I don't have any other visits to schedule. Jamel Harris gets Defensive Player of the Week. Wow, I thought they'd give it to Lumpkin on the interceptions alone. All right, we are number 10 in the nation now. We have some hours freed up, so something happened here. Yeah, so it was Jamie Morey committing to Clemson. That's tough. Let me go to his, what is his deal breaker? So Jamie Moore, he's the 25th player in the country. His deal breaker is proximity to home. Montgomery, Alabama. Clemson is pretty close to that, but we have a B+ on that. I hate that proximity to home is his deal breaker because that means he's probably not decommitting. If it's anything other than proximity to home, there's a chance he decommits. But these two guys being proximity to home, they're not going to decommit. So that's frustrating. Did we get anybody else? We lost out on Moses Lunt. I thought we were going to, but I thought we were safe because he didn't have a scholarship offered by Duke, but then they must have offered him. So that's kind of brutal. And I accidentally hit sort by something here. Okay, there we go. I got it back. I hit the wrong button. We're looking good on a couple of these guys. I can put more points on these guys finally because we have 230 hours now freed up. So I can go a little bit harder on some of these other guys, and we might have to just to get them in. I kind of want to go on this guy. This guy is the number 1 player in the state of Kentucky. He's a quarterback. He's decent. I might switch up my stuff on him. We could no, I can't sell him just yet. We don't know enough about it. We don't know enough about him to sell him on anything just yet. So I'm going to put a couple extra hours in on him. We'll put 60 instead of 40, and hopefully that'll move him up the ranking a little bit. We are very close on Alex Augustine. I'll put some extra hours on him as well. Terrell Montague, he's the one with 81 speed, that's right. We can go a little bit harder on some of these other wide receivers, some of this other corners. Basically, freeing up these points that we were putting in on on Jamie Morey allows us to end some of these recruitments a little bit sooner. So that's nice. That is nice that we can end some of these recruitments. All right, we can also sell on Al Friend, who's a 4-star. We can sell him on, if I can find it, there we go. We can sell him on Time to Get to Work. So that should hopefully get him to commit pretty soon. Caleb Howden, I should say. We can put some more hours on you. We can put some more hours. Who was I going after? I was going after Raheem Lucier. That's right. Brandon Cave. Who else was I going after? Akeem Awazarike. We'll go after him. Oh, I don't have enough hours to do that. But I can put Timote Good. Is it Timote? I think it might be Timote. 15 hours. We can do 5 on Stan McGarity. We can do probably nothing else. Actually, I can put 5 on Ekwan. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to be straight up with you. I don't know how to say his name. And then we can go 5 on Hugh Redfield. So that's the rest of our hours. We put a lot of hours on some extra guys, so we can finish up some of these recruitments, hopefully, and keep adding to our class. There is a couple. Do we have, how many other 4-stars are we going after? We have the 4-star in Al Friend, who we're going after, and the 4-star in Emeka. So if we get those 2 4-stars, that would be 3 on the class. And right now, we sit with the number 13 class in the country. We have 10 3-stars, 2 4-stars, but if we had 2 more 4-stars, that's 4 4-stars. That would move us up, hopefully, into the top 10, I would think. Probably no higher than that, unless we get a couple extra 3-stars, but 3-stars aren't going to give us that many points. We could end up having a pretty solid class this year, even without having the home field visits, the home visits. But that's going to do it for the episode. Like I said, we're going to do a doubleheader next episode with Bowling Green and Western Michigan. And then in the next episode after that, we will have our 1 game against Georgia, and then we'll wrap up the season with Ball State in the episode after. So it's getting down to the wire. It is getting down to the wire here in year number 2. We are the number 10 team in the country, and we are a little rocky, but we were able to fight through it and get the win, so I'm happy about that. If you enjoyed the episode, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.